What if I told you that growing tea at home saves $1,000 annually while producing fresher, higher quality leaves than store-bought tea? That one Camellia sinensis plant provides endless cups for decades with minimal care. Today I'll show you exactly how to grow your own tea garden. Why growing tea saves $1,000. Annually, average tea drinkers consuming 2 to 3 cups daily spend $800 to $1,200 yearly on quality loose-leaf tea. Premium organic tea costs $20 to $40 per pound, with serious drinkers using 25 to 50 pounds annually. One mature tea plant produces 2 to 4 pounds dried leaves yearly, eliminating all purchase costs completely. 3 to 5 plants supply the entire household's tea needs indefinitely. Plants live 50 plus years, providing lifetime supply from one-time investment of $20 to $50 per plant. Homegrown tea contains no pesticides, chemicals, or unknown additives, ensuring purity. Freshness surpasses any store-bought tea as you harvest and process immediately. The tea plant All True Tea, including white, green, oolong, and black, comes from single-species Camellia sinensis with processing determining type. Two main varieties show Camellia sinensis from China, proving cold hardy to zone 7, and Camellia sinensis assamica from India, requiring zone 8 or warmer. Chinese variety suits most home growers with better cold tolerance and compact 6 to 8 foot size. Assamica grows larger, reaching 10 to 15 feet, preferring tropical conditions. Evergreen shrubs maintain glossy green leaves year-round in an appropriate climate. Beautiful white flowers bloom fall, providing ornamental value beyond tea production. Understanding variety selection ensures climate-appropriate growing success. Climate and growing zone requirements. The Chinese variety, Camellia sinensis, tolerates winters in zones 7 to 9, with protection surviving occasional 10 to 15 degree temperatures. Zones 8 and 9 provide ideal conditions for outdoor year-round growing without protection. Zone 7 requires winter mulching and wind protection for survival. Zones 6 and colder demand container-growing moving plants indoors during winter freeze periods. Prefers mild, humid climates, similar to origin regions including southeastern United States, Pacific Northwest, and similar maritime climates. Summer heat tolerance reaches 90 to 95 degrees with adequate moisture and shade. Consider microclimate locations near buildings or south-facing walls, providing extra warmth in marginal zones. Container growing for cold climates. Container growing enables tea cultivation in any climate by moving plants indoors during winter, protecting from hard freezes. Use 15 to 20-gallon containers, providing adequate root space for mature plants. Terracotta or plastic pots both work, though terracotta provides better drainage and breathability. Well-draining acidic potting mix essentially prevents root rot and maintains proper pH. Move containers to unheated garage, sunroom, or greenhouse when temperatures drop below 20 degrees. Provide bright indirect light during the indoor winter period, using south-facing windows or grow lights. Reduce watering during the dormant winter period, preventing overwatering. Returning outdoors after last spring frost, gradually acclimating to outdoor conditions. Soil requirements. And pH acidic soil. pH 4.5 to 6.0 proves essential for healthy tea plant growth, similar to azaleas and blueberries. Test soil before planting, adjusting with sulfur if pH too high, or lime if extremely acidic. Well-draining soil prevents root rot, which kills tea plants quickly in waterlogged conditions. Add peat moss, pine bark, or composted pine needles, improving drainage and lowering pH naturally. Sandy loam or amended clay soil both work with proper drainage modifications. Organic matter content 5 to 8% provides nutrition and moisture retention. Avoid heavy clay or constantly wet soil, causing guaranteed root rot and plant death. Planting and initial establishment. Sourcing plants from specialty nurseries or online suppliers provides best quality over seed starting. Seeds take 3 to 5 years reaching harvestable size, while nursery plants provide 1 to 2 year head start. Purchase 2 to 3 year old plants in 1 gallon containers already established with good root systems. Verified Chinese variety Camellia sinensis for cold hardiness, unless growing in tropical zones. Inspect plants for healthy green leaves, no yellowing, and vigorous growth before purchasing. Planting location selection chooses partial shade receiving morning sun and afternoon shade ideal. Full sun in cool climates is acceptable, but afternoon shade is essential in hot regions. Protection from harsh wind prevents leaf damage and moisture loss. The north side of the building or under a high tree canopy provides appropriate light levels. Avoid heavy shade, reducing growth and leaf production significantly. Hole preparation: digs twice as wide and same depth as root ball, ensuring proper planting depth. Avoid planting too deep, which causes stem rot and eventual death. Crown should sit at or slightly above soil level. Mix excavated soil with equal parts peat moss and compost, improving texture and acidity. Backfill around root ball firming, gently removing air pockets. Create shallow basin around plant, directing water to root zone. Watering after planting deeply settles soil and establishes root contact. Provide 2 to 3 inches of mulch using pine needles, pine bark, or shredded leaves. Keep mulch 2 inches away from stem, preventing rot. Maintain consistent moisture first growing season until established. Water deeply when top 2 inches of soil dry to touch. Established plants tolerate brief drought, but consistent moisture improves growth and production. First-year growth focuses on root establishment, with minimal top growth expected. Avoid harvesting any leaves, allowing plant to establish fully. Second year shows increased vigor with light harvest, possible late season. Third year and beyond provides full production with regular harvesting throughout growing season. Fertilization and feeding. Schedule organic fertilization is preferred to maintain tea purity, avoiding synthetic chemical residues in harvested leaves. Use acid-loving plant fertilizer formulated for azaleas, camellias, or rhododendrons, matching tea's needs. Cottonseed meal provides slow-release nitrogen, perfect for tea plants applied spring and midsummer. Blood meal offers quick nitrogen boost if plants show yellowing from deficiency. Feeding schedule begins early spring as new growth emerges, applying balanced organic fertilizer. Second application midsummer supports continued growth and leaf production. Avoid fall fertilization, which encourages tender growth, vulnerable to winter damage. Cease feeding 6 to 8 weeks before first expected frost, allowing plants to harden off properly. Application rates follow package directions, avoiding over-fertilization causing excessive soft growth. Spread granular fertilizer evenly around drip line, avoiding direct contact with stem. Water thoroughly after application, dissolving fertilizer and moving nutrients into root zone. Liquid fertilizer alternatives apply every 2 to 4 weeks during active growing season. Compost and mulch provide slow-release nutrition as they decompose, supplementing regular feeding. Top dress with 1 to 2 inches of compost annually in spring. Pine needle mulch acidifies soil while decomposing, providing minor nutrition. Aged manure works well mixed into soil or used as top dressing. Signs of nutrient deficiency show yellowing leaves between veins, indicating iron or nitrogen deficiency. Slow growth and small leaves suggest inadequate feeding. Purple-tinged leaves indicate phosphorus deficiency. Address deficiencies promptly with appropriate amendments. Coffee grounds sprinkled around plants provide nitrogen and acidity tea plants love. Use spent grounds from morning coffee, applying thin layer monthly. Work into top inch of soil or leave on surface as mulch. Avoid thick layers, preventing air and water penetration. Foliar feeding with diluted fish emulsion or seaweed extract provides quick nutrient boost during active growth. Spray leaves in early morning or evening, avoiding midday sun. Apply every 2 to 3 weeks during peak growing season. Pruning for bushy growth. Pruning creates bushy, manageable plants producing maximum new growth for harvesting. Without pruning, tea plants become tall and leggy with harvest, requiring ladder access. Regular pruning maintains 3 to 4 foot height, allowing easy reach of all leaves. Initial pruning after first year cuts plant back to 12 to 18 inches, encouraging branching. This severe cut seems drastic, but creates multiple stems from base. New growth emerges from lower buds, creating bushy structure. Second year pruning tips: all branches when reaching 2 to 3 feet, encouraging further branching. Maintenance pruning removes dead, damaged, or crossing branches, improving air circulation and plant health. Shade plants in early spring before new growth begins. Remove leggy growth and thin, crowded interior branches. Onyx cut just above outward-facing bud, encouraging outward growth rather than inward crossing. Harvesting itself acts as ongoing pruning, removing growing tips, stimulating new flush of tender leaves. Regular harvest every 7 to 14 days promotes continuous production of prime picking leaves. This constant pruning maintains compact, productive size. Rejuvenation pruning restores neglected, overgrown plants by cutting back hard to 12 to 18 inches. Perform drastic renovation in early spring before growth begins. Plant responds with vigorous new growth from base. Resume normal pruning schedule following year. Timing proves critical with major pruning in early spring before bud break. Light trimming and shaping acceptable throughout growing season. Avoid heavy pruning after midsummer, preventing tender new growth before winter. Late pruning reduces cold hardiness and winter survival. Tools require sharp, clean bypass pruners, making clean cuts, healing quickly. Disinfect tools between plants, preventing disease spread. Hand pruners handle stems up to ½ inch diameter. Loppers cut larger branches if needed during renovation. Harvesting tea leaves. Harvest timing begins third growing season after establishment, allowing strong root development. Young plants need energy for growth rather than constant harvesting. Once established, harvest continuously throughout growing season from spring through fall. Two leaves and bud harvest method picks newest growth at stem tip. Pinch or snip top 2 leaves, plus unopened bud for highest quality tea. This youngest growth contains best flavor, lowest tannins, and most beneficial compounds. Avoid older, tough leaves lower on stem, which produce bitter, inferior tea. Frequency of harvest occurs every 7 to 14 days during peak growing season. New flush of tender growth appears approximately weekly in warm weather. Regular harvesting stimulates continued production, maintaining plant in productive state. Less frequent harvesting allows stems to harden, reducing future productivity. Seasonal variations show spring harvest producing finest, most delicate tea with sweet, complex flavors. Summer harvest increases in quantity, though quality drops slightly in heat. Fall harvest provides milder tea with less astringency than summer picking. Cease harvesting 4 to 6 weeks before first expected frost. Morning harvest timing captures leaves at peak moisture content and essential oil concentration. Harvest after dew dries but before midday, heat stresses plants. Early morning picking produces superior tea flavor and aroma. Avoid harvesting wet leaves which brown during processing. Yield expectations show mature 3 to 5-year-old plants producing 1 to 2 pounds fresh leaves per season. Fresh leaves reduce to approximately 1/4 weight when dried. 1 pound. Dried tea provides 150 to 200 cups depending on strength preference. 3 to 5 plants supply household tea needs completely. Gentle handling preserves leaf integrity, preventing bruising and browning. Place leaves in basket or breathable bag, avoiding crushing. Process within few hours of harvest, maintaining freshness. Delay causes wilting and quality loss. Processing your tea. White tea requires minimal processing, simply withering and drying harvested leaves. Spread leaves in single layer on bamboo mat or clean cloth. Allow withering indoors in cool location for 24 to 48 hours until 70% moisture lost. Dry completely in food dehydrator at 100 degrees or low oven until crisp. Store immediately, preventing moisture reabsorption. White tea provides delicate, subtle flavor with lowest caffeine content. Green tea processing prevents oxidation, maintaining green color and fresh flavor. Wither leaves 2 to 4 hours, reducing moisture content slightly. Heat treat to stop oxidation, either steaming 30 to 60 seconds or pan firing and wok. Steaming produces Japanese-style green tea, while pan firing creates Chinese-style. Roll leaves gently between palms, releasing juices and shaping. Dry completely at low temperature until crisp. Green tea offers fresh, grassy flavor with moderate caffeine. Black tea processing requires full oxidation, creating dark leaves and robust flavor. Wither leaves 12 to 18 hours until very pliable, reducing moisture 70%. Roll leaves vigorously, breaking cell walls, releasing enzymes. Spread in thin layer, allowing oxidation for 2 to 4 hours. Leaves turn copper brown with fruity aroma when properly oxidized. Dry completely, stopping oxidation and preserving flavor. Black tea provides bold, strong flavor with highest caffeine content. Oolong tea represents partial oxidation between green and black, creating complex flavor. Wither, roll gently, oxidize 30 to 60 minutes, then heat treat, stopping process. Requires more skill than other types but produces unique flavor. And storage in airtight containers prevents moisture, light, and air degradation. Glass jars or metal tins work perfectly. Store in cool, dark location, maintaining quality. Properly stored tea lasts 1 to 2 years, though best consumed within 6 months for peak flavor. Winter protection and care. Mulching heavily in fall protects roots from freeze-thaw cycles, damaging plants. Apply 4 to 6 inches of pine straw, shredded leaves, or pine bark around base. Extend mulch to drip line, covering entire root zone. Keep mulch 2 inches from stem, preventing rot and rodent damage. Wind protection proves critical, preventing desiccation and cold damage to evergreen leaves. Burlap screens on windward side block harsh winter winds. Temporary walls or plant near buildings, utilizing existing wind barriers. Damage from wind desiccation exceeds damage from cold temperatures alone. Container plants move to protected locations when temperatures drop below 20 degrees. Unheated garage, sunroom, or greenhouse provides adequate protection. Avoid heated indoor spaces, causing plants to break dormancy prematurely. Provide minimal water during dormancy, preventing root rot. Monitor for pests including spider mites and scale, more common on indoor plants. Snow accumulation provides natural insulation, protecting plants from extreme cold. Allow snow to remain on plants naturally. Brush off only heavy, wet snow, threatening to break branches. Light, fluffy snow causes no harm and benefits plants. Spring damage assessment examines plants after last frost, checking for winter injury. Brown leaves indicate freeze damage, requiring pruning. New growth from base signals plant survived, even if top growth died. Prune dead material back to living tissue. Fertilize lightly, encouraging recovery and new growth. Hardening off process gradually exposes container plants to outdoor conditions in spring. Move outside during day, inside at night for 1 to 2 weeks. Increase outdoor time gradually. Permanent outdoor placement. After all, frost danger passes and nighttime temperatures stay above 40 degrees consistently. Growing tea at home saves $1,000 annually while providing superior quality and freshness impossible to purchase. One-time investment of $50 to $150 for 3 to 5 plants provides lifetime tea supply for entire household. Plants live 50 plus years producing continuously with minimal care after establishment. Container growing enables cultivation in any climate-moving plants indoors during winter. Acidic, well-draining soil and partial shade create ideal growing conditions, matching natural habitat. Third-year harvest begins providing 1 to 2 pounds dried leaves per mature plant. Processing options including white, green, and black tea provide variety from single plant species. Light organic homegrown tea contains no pesticides or chemicals, ensuring absolute purity. Winter protection through mulching and wind barriers ensures survival in marginal climates. Begin planting today, creating tea independence and significant annual savings. Never purchase expensive tea again while enjoying fresher, higher quality leaves from your own garden. Self-sufficiency through tea growing provides health benefits, cost savings, and satisfaction for decades ahead.